Victoria Falls, one of the most awe-inspiring natural wonders of the world, straddles the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe. Known locally as Mosi-oa-Tunya, the smoke that thunders, this UNESCO World Heritage Site has captivated explorers, travelers, and locals for centuries, with its immense curtain of water plummeting over the basalt cliffs of the Zambezi River. But, like many of Earth's great natural marvels, Victoria Falls is confronting an increasingly uncertain future. Climate change, combined with regional mismanagement and outdated infrastructure, is putting pressure not only on the falls themselves, but on the millions who rely on the Zambezi River for energy, agriculture, and livelihoods. Welcome to Inspired Risk, a production company dedicated to raising awareness and empowering people to protect and serve as guardians of the natural world and its wildlife. The Zambezi River, which feeds Victoria Falls, has long been subject to seasonal changes. However, in recent decades, scientists have documented increasingly erratic behavior in the river's flow. Although fluctuation is natural, the intensity and unpredictability of these changes are growing. Some years have seen significantly diminished water levels, so much so that in certain sections the once mighty falls appeared reduced to isolated trickles. While dramatic headlines have sometimes overstated these seasonal reductions, the long-term trend is a legitimate concern. Research suggests that climate change is likely exacerbating natural cycles, making rainfall patterns across southern Africa less predictable and more extreme. Natural weather phenomena like El Niño, which periodically warms surface waters in the Pacific Ocean, are known to bring drier conditions to southern Africa. The 2015-2016 El Niño event triggered one of the region's most severe droughts in decades, sharply reducing Zambezi River flows and exposing previously submerged rock formations at Victoria Falls. But these aren't just isolated events. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, Southern Africa has seen a steady reduction in rainfall over the past 50 years, coupled with an increased frequency of severe droughts. A 2018 study published in Nature Climate Change revealed that the region is warming at approximately 1.5 times the global average. These rising temperatures disrupt established weather systems, leading to both prolonged dry spells and, paradoxically, more intense rains when storms do occur. A 2020 study from the University of Cape Town further warns that these precipitation shifts could worsen in the coming decades, ushering in a cycle of deeper droughts punctuated by sudden floods, an increasingly familiar and destabilizing pattern. Erratic water levels in the Zambezi River have far-reaching consequences beyond the falls themselves. Zambia and Zimbabwe both rely heavily on the river to generate hydroelectric power, primarily through the Kariba Dam, downstream from Victoria Falls. Built in 1959, the dam was originally designed to serve a population of just 6.7 million. Today, the combined population of Zimbabwe and Zambia exceeds 37.9 million, a 465% increase, yet both countries still depend on this aging infrastructure for the bulk of their electricity needs. When Zambezi water levels fall too low, Kariba's turbines cannot function at full capacity, triggering widespread power shortages. During severe drought years, both nations have faced daily power cuts lasting up to 20 hours, crippling businesses, stalling industrial output, and deterring foreign investment. In Zimbabwe, these outages have also contributed to the collapse of already fragile public services and manufacturing sectors. While climate change is amplifying the challenge, it is not the sole cause of the region's energy crisis. The deeper issue lies in chronic underinvestment in infrastructure and a failure of political leadership. Despite abundant solar potential, both Zambia and Zimbabwe have lagged in adopting renewable energy on a meaningful scale. By contrast, countries like Morocco and Egypt have embraced solar power, developing large-scale projects such as Morocco's Noor Solar Complex and Egypt's Benben Solar Park. These initiatives have significantly boosted energy access while attracting green investment. Egypt's GDP now stands at over $348 billion, while Zimbabwe's remains stalled at around $23 billion despite its rich mineral base. Zambia, too, faces considerable hurdles. Its external debt has ballooned to over $18.5 billion. And although there have been efforts at restructuring, economic instability and poor communication of fiscal realities have created political vulnerabilities. The absence of a clear, modern energy strategy only compounds the problem. Beyond energy, declining water levels in the Zambezi also threaten regional biodiversity. The river is home to a range of aquatic species, supports fertile wetlands, and nourishes both agriculture and tourism. A stressed ecosystem puts wildlife such as hippos, crocodiles, and the endangered taita falcon at risk, while communities dependent on fishing and farming suffer. Tourism, a vital revenue stream for towns like Livingston and Victoria Falls, is highly sensitive to seasonal changes. Visitors come for the spectacle, and when the falls are diminished, so too is the draw, impacting local businesses and jobs. The Zambezi River flows through 8 countries, making it one of Africa's most important transboundary rivers. Managing its waters equitably requires regional coordination. Institutions like the Zambezi Watercourse Commission exist to facilitate cooperation, but political will and funding often fall short of what's needed. Without stronger regional collaboration, the risk of disputes over water allocation could grow, especially as climate pressures mount. To safeguard the future of Victoria Falls and the millions of people who depend on the Zambezi, Zambia and Zimbabwe must invest in modern, climate-resilient infrastructure. The solution is not to abandon hydropower, but to diversify. Solar energy, in particular, offers an affordable and scalable option, especially in regions with high solar irradiance. Projects like Zambia's Bangweulu Solar Park show what's possible, but these initiatives need to be scaled up, supported by clear policy frameworks, transparent governance, and international financing. Victoria Falls is more than a tourist attraction. It is a living symbol of nature's power and fragility. As climate change intensifies, the patterns of the Zambezi River are becoming increasingly erratic. But while seasonal fluctuations are natural, the long-term shifts we are witnessing demand urgent attention. The future of the falls and of the region's prosperity depends on bold action, investing in clean energy, modernizing infrastructure, and ensuring that development is both inclusive and sustainable. The time to act is now, before the roar of Mosi-oa-Tunya fades into a whisper. If you're willing and able, here are just some of the actions you can take for conservation, climate change, and animal welfare.